Welcome everybody to a look at the second release from the Warner Brothers Archive collection for September, and it is 1957's From Hell It Came. So this is directed by Dan Milner, who also did The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues. But that was his only other directorial effort. He's much more well known as an editor. I think he directed nearly 20 other films. So yeah, this is a science fiction horror film, clocking in at 71 minutes long. Doesn't have much of a cast that's been in a great deal that I've seen, but it does star Todd Andrews, who was in the Ida Lupino directed film Outrage, as well as Voodoo Man alongside Bela Lugosi, as well as Greg Palmer, who was in Magnificent Obsession, and Zombies of Moratau, which is a film we've looked at previously in an hour video box set a few years ago. So a wrongfully accused South Seas prince is executed and returns as a walking tree stump. So since I am a big fan of sci-fi horror from the 50s, I really wanted to like this more, but sadly this just didn't manage to entertain for enough of its running time to be a predominantly enjoyable watch. That said, the cast is decent, it is reasonably well paced, I like the setting, and the monster is at least something different to the norm, but it takes forever to get going in terms of the interesting parts, as the plot cares more about the boring characters that aren't captivating for more than half of its length, as the monster doesn't really turn up until 47 minutes in, particularly in terms of running, walking around, and its view of women and natives is hardly agreeable either. Thankfully, there is some unintentional hilarity, be it from the look of the monster, which certainly doesn't look as good as the concept ideas that were brought up, to the most inept spear throw I have ever seen, and a scene where the radio room is evidently destroyed, which prompts a question, the rather obvious question: can we no longer make contact with anyone? And it's like, no shit, Sherlock. You can really, obviously, you can not make contact with anyone. The radio room's trashed, everything's broken. So yeah, some hilarity in that regard, but really not enough unintentional hilarity to sustain it, especially since the first 47 minutes or so you're just dealing with boring characters. There's not much intrigue, and yeah, the build up towards the monster being revealed is also not particularly great either. It's just a little bit of soil that is moving every now and then. So yeah, could be a lot better. Could be a lot worse. There are probably worse films than this out there from the 50s that are in this kind of genre, but unfortunately, it's only going to get a 2 out of 5. Don't hate it, but yeah, certainly nowhere near as good as the Green Slime, which this was released alongside of. And there are obviously far better films than this out there from the same kind of period. But there are worse ones as well. I'd say the likes of the the giant Gila monster, I think it's called. I wouldn't recommend that anywhere near as much as this. And the original Invaders from Mars as well, I don't particularly enjoy either. This is a little bit better than those, but yeah, it's way down the bottom on the sci-fi films that I've seen from the 50s. Seen more than 100 of them now, and yeah, this is definitely outside of that top 100, unfortunately. But still, I enjoy the genre a lot, so that's why I have bought the film. I already knew that I didn't enjoy it all that much because I saw it a while ago on a much lower quality. So at least with this version, we do have better visual quality due to it being on Blu-ray, and the sound quality is better as well. So you can enjoy the, I guess you could say, crappiness of it a little bit more. But yeah, it's not a film I'd recommend, especially if you are getting into the sci-fi genre from the 50s. For the first time, there is far better films to start out in that genre with. So yeah, and in terms of extras, just like with the Green Slime, we only have the subtitles. Less issues with the subtitles on this release than on that one, and the original trailer as well. So yeah, not a huge deal there, but you know, become used to them with these releases not having particularly much in the way of extras. So yeah, if you have seen the film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. I have actually recently done a list on Letterboxd of my of the sci-fi films I've seen from the 50s and ranked them in order. So if you'd like to check that out, check out my Letterboxd profile under the same name as this channel. But yeah, if you have seen the film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Nonetheless though, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.